Alright, so back with another video. Today I am going to be talking about Juneteenth, but more specifically, I am going to be talking about the hypocrisy of Juneteenth in the sense of, again, meanings that we place upon things and just discussing some of the, like, for example, Juneteenth. The reason I say hypocrisy is because, yes, it is true, it is a true historical event that took place. And so we're celebrating the freedom of Black Americans from enslavement. And the reason I say that it's, kind of hypocrisy is because that's just about the only thing that Biden has done for Black Americans since he's been in office, yet he was begging for the Black vote like it was nobody's business. And Black people were depending on, upon him from what I saw and gathered and observed to the best of my ability. And it was like a slap in the face. I mean, that was one of the reasons I voted for him. Because I thought that maybe he was going to make a change, and it seemed like he did genuinely care about Black people. I got fooled too. And, when he got in office and passed that AA, whatever, PI bill, I was just like, wait, is this a joke? I mean, it seemed kind of cruel almost because, yes, Asian Americans were being targeted, but that was, and it's still fucked up, but that was very contextual. It was because of the pandemic. That's not really a typical thing. I mean, it just felt like a slap in the face because it's like this has been happening to Black Americans for hundreds of years up until now. It's gotten even worse, probably in the past decade or maybe just more publicized, but either way, my point in saying all this is that meanings that we place on things can also be used to distract people or to gaslight or basically just distract them. So Juneteenth, okay, we're given a federal holiday. That's great, that we are acknowledging it, I will say, and it's not really doing anything to better the lives of Black Americans. It's, it's kind of gaslighty because it's distracting away from the reality that Black Americans are still being killed at an irate level. I can't speak. Jesus. Oof. Yeah, at an irate degree, and having some, I do not know what is going on, having some holiday to celebrate the freedom is incredible. It's beautiful, and don't let it be a distraction from the reality that Biden really has not done shit in the way that he should have, in the way that he manipulated everybody into thinking he was going to, and giving a holiday to celebrate a group of people who have been oppressed for hundreds of years and continue to be oppressed just seems very much so like a slap in the face again. I can't speak for Black Americans. All I can say is from an outside perspective and empathizing and perspective taking, it seems like quite a slap in the face. I just think that Black people deserve better. They deserve safety, and more accountability, complete accountability, just like any other person gets in this fucked up system that really does not understand the concept of true justice because it's all manipulative. Yeah. Built upon a foundation of narcissistic principles and ideologies. So, yes, today we celebrate a step in the right direction, and most importantly, we acknowledge that shit is still fucked up out here. So, I wanted to mention this quote by Malcolm X that describes this perfectly, describes Juneteenth perfectly. The white man will try to satisfy us with symbolic victories rather than economic equity and justice. That's exactly what he's talking about. Symbolic victories. So that's what Juneteenth is, a symbolic victory. Oh, something to distract and make it seem like there's been victory when really there's still a lot of serious issues, rather than just providing economic equity and justice. Malcolm X. Also, this article is by this individual. Three years ago. This quote has in recent times proven to be true over and over again. We call for the reformation of the country, and we're handed baseless victories, acts of virtually no meaning to distract us from the real issue at hand, like Juneteenth. And here are other examples. Street names have been changed to honor the Black Lives Matter movement. It has been painted on streets and written on walls. People with power to make real change take a knee while sporting Kent cloth. I don't know what that is. Associated Press organization has chosen to capitalize the B in black. Old episodes of sitcoms are taken off the air due to blackface and insensitivity. Prominent figures apologize for old videos, skits, and comments. Yep, every day a new victory. But what are we winning? A mural of Breonna Taylor, a black woman with whom justice is yet to be served, is set to be painted in Annapolis, Maryland. The country had to burn for justice to be brought upon the killers of George Floyd. The killers of Miss Taylor walk free to this day, with only one of them losing his job just weeks ago. I don't know when this, 3 years ago this was written, damn. Miss Taylor had her life ripped away from her 4 months ago, and no real justice has been served. Instead, her killers vacation with their families and post pictures on Instagram without a care in the world. That is disgusting. I ask again, what are we winning? We ask that the police be defunded and statues that should have never been put up in the first place be taken down. We ask that justice be served for Breonna Taylor and a law is passed in her name. Okay. Yeah, enough is enough. Wow. We have been painted as crazy liberals time and time again. They choose to show only the violent and out of control. Yup. We've been branded as villains for seeking change. They will continually try to silence us. They will give us meaningless triumphs to appear good, try to pacify us with baseless acts. We will not stand down. Let us not be deceived into thinking we have won when we have only just begun. Wow. Powerful. Yep. Thank you, Malcolm. So, think about that when you think about Juneteenth.